Hey, justice for my man, blood. Justice for this black man, bro. I can't believe this story, bro. I can't believe this story. This story is crazy. This is nasty work. This is the maddest story ever. This story is crazy. Poor guy, man. So, everyone tap up that screen. Let's get into this, man. Tonight is crazy topics. We're back with crazy topics. If you haven't been here on crazy topics, you know I go crazy. And tonight, it's a little bit different. I ain't talking about no relationships. We're talking about the UK and the state of us in right now. But before we get there, we're going to talk about this young man that was killed on his doorstep. Now, I need you lot to understand this, yeah? When it comes to crime, people are doing it aimlessly. Some crimes are not even worth what the person's dying for. Now, it says alleged that a couple drove 50 miles with toddlers in the car to kill a man on his doorstep. Number one, the moment that you get your wife, your girlfriend, your missus to ride out with you, to be the driver, the getaway driver of you going to commit a crime, you're with the wrong woman. I say that again for everyone in the back. Any woman that I'm in a car with and I'm telling you I'm going to commit a crime and you're driving me, it's not for love, you're an idiot. Because you are meant to be telling me, babes, I'm not doing that. I'm not becoming an accessory to a crime because I've got 2 kids that I've got to look after. If you want to go do the crime, you go and do it. But my woman should be encouraging me to not do stupid stuff. As a matter of fact, I should be in such a position in my life, and you've helped me to get there, because good women help men get further in life. Just always remember this. A good woman will always help you to get further in life. I'll say that again. Anyone who's got, anyone who's got a good woman, a good wife, a good life partner, you will elevate in ways you've never elevated before. You will elevate in ways you've never elevated before. Why? Because good women help men get to that other level. How? By being his peace, by helping him, being his assistant, helping him to think, like giving him, oh, babes, what do you think I should do? And she sometimes her advice is better than any of your friends because she genuinely loves you and she wants to see you win. A woman that really wants to see you win is a woman that thinks, you know what, if he wins, I win. That's the woman you want. The woman that looks at you and says, if he wins, I win. Because trust me, you know what I'm saying? So get it right, people. Yeah? Get it right. Find the right woman and your life will go well. You find the wrong woman and you end up in jail for murder of a 26-year-old man. Now, I got you lot to understand this, yeah? This person has drove from Bedford. Bedford's near Luton. You jump, I know the motorway, I think it's the M1 or the A1, I can't remember which motorway, but it's from like Brent Cross, that motorway there. You get from Brent Cross and you fly out that motorway there. I can't even remember what the motorway is called. Yeah, big up in Mirror. I see you, Chelsea. So if you're flying that motorway, I've blown that motorway bare times. I don't know, it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive. So say I'm blowing down there with my girl in the car and kids, saying I'm going to dup you. I got a knife on me. I'm saying, right, I'm going to deal with this you. Number one, why ain't my kids in school, or why aren't we doing something with my kids? So that means my priorities are all wrong. The woman that I'm with, this is what I'm saying, pick the wrong woman and you'll go and commit murders with your children in the back. Because the right woman's going to say to you, nah, babes, I don't think we should be doing that, you know. Let's take the kids to a water park. Let's take the kids to a soft play. Let's take the kids to the museum. Yeah? But instead, nah, we're going to drive to go and do something to my man. So guess what? We fly down the M1, A1, whatever. And with the intention that we might do him something. We get to my man's house. We circle the block. This is the story. They circle the block about 3 times. So my girl is spinning in the whip with my kids in the back. She's spinning the whip. I need you to understand the mindset of low vibrational people. This is the reason why, as much as people will tell me, don't move like this, don't move like that, I've got to move however I got to move. Because you got people that are spinning the block with their girlfriend and kids in the back. Bro, imagine that situation never went the way. Because you know what? Sometimes you think that the situation is going to go in your favor. But I'm saying, imagine my man was a madman. He's come to the door with a burner, opened the door and said, well, what go on? Boom! Boomed him. The kids are going to see their dad boomed on the floor. The kids are going to see their dad boomed on the floor, laying, oh, damn, daddy girl. You see, it doesn't always work in your favor. Sometimes it can be against you. So this poor young man was stabbed on his doorstep. Number one, man named street code. I am never opening my door to an op. If you come to my house and you're on crud and you're making up noise, whatever, outside and talking all this wicked, 999, come get him, bro. Because you're going to either, I'm going to prison, you're going to prison. You don't come to people's houses. There's too much cameras, too much witnesses. If you want to do this, we can do this, bro. But not outside my house. So it's all messy. I'm all registered here. What can even if I came out to do him something, I'm still going to jail. I'm just thinking, see me, I'm a different type of youth. My mind thinks different. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, right, I'm going to jail and all that. That's dead. Do you know what I'm saying? So, more time, he should have never opened the door. He should never open the door. You see, if I have a problem with you in any sense or way, yeah, walaikum salam, just know that I know, sorry, I'll open up my box because I didn't even open up my box before. Just know that I know that, you see, if me and you have a problem and you come to my house, brother, I promise you that it won't end the way that you think it's going to end. Because I told you, you might think that man's dumb, but I'm on the next thing anyway, personally. I'm running around the block and coming from behind and then running at you, charging at you with my nank in my hand, jumping you and running off. I'm a madman. I'm thinking like in some Napoleon Machiavellian methods in my head. I'm a war general. These scars are not from playing COD, bruv. They're from being outside. But my whole thing to you lot is you've got to know what you're doing, bro. Because if you've come to my house on crud, bro, there's no conversation that we need to have. Oh, what's going on, brother? And then we're going to argue at my doorstep. No, brother, I'm not opening the door to argue with no man at my doorstep. If you come to my house, from wherever you come from, I know it's straight. It's an M1. It's a straight M. Because I'm not going to your house unless I'm on Ming. So you must come here. See, I think how villains think. I think automatically straight to that. I go straight to that level because you've come to my house. So the worst part of this is because the woman was in the car with 2 children. Now, the mum and the dad are both in jail. Where did them kids go? Now, this is what I call a selfish, ignorant, stupid, idiotic man and woman. Because you've got to think about your children. All right, you go and do this crime. Okay, you got your whatever you wanted. Cool. But now the kids are going to suffer because you're going to get a big bird. They're putting this on the news. So you see when they're all reporting it like this, you know you're going to get a bird. You're going to get at least 23, 24. So that what? Your kids are not going to come out. So if they're 3, 4 now, come out what? 16, 17 years. So your kids will probably have kids by that time. They don't know who you are. All they know is mum and dad are, in jail for murder that we witnessed. Imagine your children, bro. I love my kids. I protect them to the best of my ability from even seeing things that's mad. Yes, I know it's a reality. They might see a movie where there's someone getting blammed. Cool. But me showing them myself as a father, I failed my children. If I'm showing them in life violence, I should be able to show my children that there's a different way of how to do things. There's a way when I don't have to fight every time. Man's done things to me, I want my children, and I've spoken to them. Yeah, even though I wanted to do other things because my children are watching. They're watching how daddy reacts to everything. They're watching what a real man is and what a violent man is. I don't want my children picking up a man thinking being violent is safety. No, being able to control your emotions, bro. That's the real sign of a man. Being able to control yourself in that heat of that moment when I do want to do something crazy. But I know that this thing that I'm going to do, how will it affect my family? And this is where I said there's a lot of men and women that are parents that shouldn't be parents. If you're taking your kids on drills, you shouldn't be a parent. You should not be a parent. You should not be a parent because kids are not meant to even see things like that. You're not meant to see a nang. You're not meant to see nothing. You're meant to be calm, stage, not seeing me out there on rage mode. What kind of parent is that? This poor young man died on his doorstep, bro. You know, I hate when I hear man dying on them doorsteps, bro. But we got to do better as people and be a little bit more wiser. Friends ain't always friends. Trust nobody. Let nobody know where you live. Move like a ghost. And these things can't happen to you. These things can't happen to you. Not to say situations can't arise, you know what I'm saying? But you've got to move like a ghost, man. And I promise you, he probably knows the people that done him. And you know what, yeah? We're in a day and age now. This is real life. We're in a day and age where I can promise you that it was probably over something to do on the internet. TikTok, Instagram, some sneaky kind of beef from online comments. I guarantee it was some sneaky group chat. I bet it was something stupid why they even came down to even do him. It wasn't even something that warranted the case. Because more time people are doing things off emotions. Man don't know how to control themselves. So they're out here just murking, man. For nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or girl, whatever it is, it's sneaky, fam. But can we get a picture of these people that done it? Because anyone find pictures of the people that done it? I want pictures of these names. Wazabanga and Veronique Belfon. Anyone can find pictures? If you can find pictures, send it to my Instagram right now. She has a Facebook. Find it for me. Find the Facebook. Cool, Jay. Find the Facebook, screenshot the face, and send it to my Instagram, Rare Talks Podcast. Send it to my Instagram now so I can post it right now. Send that to me now if you can. And let me know when you've done it so I can just jump off, get in the picture. Definitely gal, because was a couple throwing a life away for gal. The next man will pass around. And it would be absolutely heartbreaking if it was something feeble like online stuff. Online is dangerous, you know. Look, all the podcasters beefing because of online. Bro, online is dangerous now, man. Online is dangerous, bro. Fredo just got found guilty because of a group chat. They gave the youths over 117 years. Judges are making examples out of people now, bro. 100 and nearly 120 years he gave a group of people. That's a long time, bro. I probably won't even... No one here on this live is probably going to be alive for that long. Mad. Man gave him numbers that he can't even count. Crazy. Yeah, we need to put out that girl's face that done this, bro. I'm not getting away with this rubbish. Probably made her Facebook private now. Can they even do that? In jail, riding it. Crazy. Poor mother out there crying right now because her son got killed because of no reason. No one even knows the reason. No one even knows. Obviously, we're going to find out at trial, innit? You know, they take their phones and do all of that. Some bait crimes, man. Them weird crimes, man. You know what I'm saying? Man always crash out for gal. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Mad. This is the girl right here, allegedly. Where is it? Mad. This girl went on a drill with her man and was the driver. She's the driver that took her man to go commit an M. Now, man, them, I need you to see the face of these women. This type of woman is not what you want. You want a woman that says to you, no, babes, don't do nothing stupid, and I'm not dropping you. So guess what? You can't go and commit your crime because you're not going to jump on a train and do it. And if you do, then that's on you. I got the kids to think about. I've got kids to think about. I'm not going to be out here telling you, babes, yeah, let's go do it. If you got a knife, yeah, let's circle the block. What kind of girl does that? Pathetic and disgusting. Yeah? Pathetic and disgusting. How could you even, like, that is wild to me, bro. Don't judge her act. You're going mad. We have to judge people like this. If you are somebody's girl out there, this is to all the women out there, yeah? If you are with somebody and you're in love with them and you and that person are in a committed relationship, you should be trying to make that person elevate, not go to prison. Going in jail for murder is wild work. It's wild work. You are meant to be elevating me, not making me go and commit M's or even encouraging or assisting or even aiding. Who aids someone to go and take someone else's life? Like, I'm not saying, I don't know what situation I'll be in my life. I'm not going to sit here and say, because you might see rare talks on the news for doing a mad thing. But I'm saying, why am I taking my woman with me, bro? Why are you taking your woman to go and do drills, bro? And why isn't the woman telling me, no, babes, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking our kids. Man had the kids in the back. Nah, man, them kids deserve social services, man. And I guarantee you there was known to social services. Look at her. Look at her. The weave says it all, man. You know what I'm saying? The weave says it all. Man said LinkedIn. Yeah, it's real like that. No man can, let's just start there. No man can make you go and commit M. You have to be on your own thing. That's what it comes down to. No one can make you commit anything. Make sense? You have it in your mind that you're going to go and do something stupid. And you're going to use the man to do it as well. That's it. You can't, there's no private school thing. Yeah, private school thing. Private school thing. Who's this?
Mm-hmm. What's the problem with the woman? Why are you attacking her?
I moderator. Hey, where's that person? 1 second. I mod. Find that person and block them. I mod. Find that person and block them, please. Mod. Find that person and block them. ASAP. Wait, I'm trying to find that person. Yeah, they better dash. What's the backstory? So, if I'm being honest, I couldn't tell you what the backstory is. All I know is a young man lost his life. This younger weeps. Walk on, my brother. How are you? My brother, you know. Big up younger weeps, my brother. Hey, so boom. Man have to understand two things here. You see, when you pick up a gal and a gal is encouraging you to do bad things in your life, you've picked up a demon, bro. That's the truth. My woman is meant to be telling me, yo, babes, I've set up some meeting with some investors, and in the morning, I've set up a shop for you to go get a suit. If you haven't got the money for it, I'll lend you the money. Pay me back when you get paid. What? Elevation. Not telling me, yeah, let's jump in the whip with the kids and go and commit an M. Oh, you got the nank on you, yeah? Yeah, come on. You think I'm a prick? Let's give me pass the spliff. These are the type of girl that they bun the ganja. Bun the ganja. You got the ganja with you? No, say yes, sir. No, say yes, sir. What? You know what I'm saying? This is the type of girl. These girl trifling. Trifling. Man has to know what they're doing out here, bro. Man, then be careful what girl you pick up, man. Car. It's treacherous out there. These roads are treacherous. Treacherous. You know what I'm saying? But back to my man's story, because you know what, we need to find justice for my man. That's the gal that set him up. But here's the youth right here. You know what would be even funny if we found out that he was pamming that girl and he dissed her and her male best friend said, what, he thinks he's bad, and he went down there and he committed an M. That would be mad. There's like so many like reasons why you should never. And let me just tell you something to all the man in me. See, if you meet a girl, yeah, and she's trying to bring you in problems with another man, because there's a lot of girls that do things like this. Girl nearly had me caught up in some weird stuff with a man, bro. I had nothing with the youth, bro, and the youth was talking crap and onto man, and I was thinking, brother, like, you know what I wanted to say to him? If you knew this girl, how I knew her, you wouldn't be on to me, bro. You would be saluting me saying, nah, trust me, if you knew her like I knew her, brother, if you knew her like I knew her, you wouldn't be doing this, bro. Trust me. More time, this is the problem with a lot of men. I said this to a man the other day at the gym. I said, bro, be careful of that gal because she got mental health. He said, wow, what do you mean? What do you mean? Brother, he might have been smoking a thing and she just call feds and say, he argued me. See me, I'm a lot of you man are fake out there. A lot of you man are fake. You know that a man's dealing with a gal who's is a yamed, but you won't say to a man, raw, brother, she done ABC, she's this, that. Tell me, bro, don't watch me and laugh at me. Man, them are so bad, mind. They'll watch you with the bag, the J bag, and be like, it's not my problem. Like, bro, why are you laughing at another man? That could be you one day, bro. Help him out, bro. Man, them need to be able to say, nah, let me help him. Yo, brother, listen, I'm being real with you. You're rare. Trust me, badders. But how do you know? Brother, listen, I'm telling you, I'm your brother. Why did I tell you nothing? Say less. See me, I'm telling you instantly. You ever come to me and ask me about a girl, I'll make you cry. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth from my heart. I am not lying about nothing. I'm not, bro. Wallahi, I'm not lying to you about nothing. Do you know why? Because, bro, if I lie to you, it's like I wish someone told me. One time, man, pick up a mad gal. Man, them knew she was mad. Man never told me nothing. And then a mad gal done a mad thing on me. Man, them never even told me, bro. Why didn't nobody tell me, you scavengers? And I've gone to man and said, well, yeah, she's good, man. Trust me. Maybe me and her wasn't good for each other. Them talks, brother, I feel like, you know, every time I see the youth, yeah? I see the youth sometimes at Jumma. I just want to headbutt him, bro. On a headbutt him. Just every time I see his face, I just see the gal's face now. Because you're just a clown. You didn't even warn, man. Why didn't you tell man the truth, blood? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be real. Like, yeah, she's a... You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, tell me the truth, bro. Gal don't... This is why man them... Gal... This is where gal are better than us. You see if a gal talks to them, well, let me be real with you, sis. Sister, woman to woman. He's a... Bro. What? That is mad. Imagine, bro. Imagine. Gal sit down with gal and tell them the 400, everything. They're all telling them things they shouldn't even be telling them. Yeah, he came round to my house. Remember that night you called him? He was in my house, in my bed. He was naked. I had him stressed out. Obviously, man, them don't go into that much detail, but man, them at least tell me, brother, see her? She's nasty, brother. Trust me. She's not... She's nasty, brother. Like, just be real, innit? Just tell me, like, so that I'm like, okay, cool. I know where to put her. You know what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of men is they laugh at other men. But the same thing you're laughing at him for, eventually you'll be laughed at. Never always tell men the truth. Like, call your phone and ask you about a badders. I need you to tell me why she's a badders. Don't let me rot, bro, and burn. Man's burning thinking she's the one. These times she's a badders. Madders. Mad up. But anyway, RIP the brother. It's sad to see him go. But like I said, be rolled, innit? Don't open your door to nobody you don't know, bro. That's the truth. Don't open your door to... Brother, me ain't got nothing to speak. We already know it is where it is right now. Ain't no need to speak. And if you're opening that door, make sure you open that door with whatever you got on you in your hand, live all, so he knows, try it and I'm doing you first. Because my thing's in my hand right now. Do you make sense? Don't give no one a chance to come to your house and feel comfortable to violate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And to the mothers out there, don't encourage your baby father or your man to go and do stupidness. Life is precious and prison is not a bed and rolls. Prison is a very nasty place. Trust me, it's not a place that I would want any man to go to and feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I know men that done 2 years, they never want to go back again, bro. If you love man and you love being around booty holes, then yeah, go jail, innit? If you're a wire man. But man like gal and man like being around female energy. It's not even about even like X and all that. It's just about being around female energy. I like being around a woman and she's feminine and smelling her and touching her and, you know what I'm saying, just talking to her and she's just giving me a different perspective. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like female energy. I don't like male energy. Too much man around me, I start to feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable around too much man. I'm saying, like, why is it, you know what I mean? Skepta made too many man. I was feeling like too many man in there. Go to a party and go to any function and I see too much man. I'm like, I need to get out of here. This is dangerous. Too much testosterone leads to arguments. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get in the middle of nothing. I want where the gal are, because when it's sexy gal, man, them are not looking at you. They're looking at the gal, you know what I'm saying? Where they should be. I go to places and man are still looking at me. Bro, there's 20 sexy gal there, but you're eyeing me up. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to functions. I'm going to these things, like events, and man are looking at me. I'm thinking, brother, look at the girl over there. Man just look. Bro, and it's like man don't know how to say hello. Hi, Rare Talks. I like your videos. They wait for me to go to the toilet, then follow me in the toilet. And as I'm coming out the toilet, oh, yeah, I like your videos, Rare Talks. Why are you following me into the toilet? Brothers, man, them need to stop being like that, bro. Stop following me into weird places because I'm paranoid, bro. I'm paranoid. Don't follow me in no toilets. You say, oh, why are you backing out? Whatever. I said, brother, I don't know you, bro. No, I'm a fan of your thing. I just standing there thinking, bro, I'll just do you up here right now. And man said, no, it's not even that. Like, man's all smiling and my face is straight. Because what the hell you followed me into the toilets, bro, to say I'm Rare Talks? Where's that about, bro? The flip you on, bro? You got me feeling nervous. I feel nervous, bro. I don't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Rare Talks. You know what we're on right now, yeah? We got the sessions in the building. Fat Mac, I see you. All right, but look, we're going to do this. Look, today, this is our topics for today, yeah? This is what we're doing today. This is what we're doing right now. So, last week, everybody said, all I talk about is gal, whatever, cool, whatever. Let's have a sophisticated conversation today about these topics here. Are you pro-black and believe in black love? Is the UK more racist? Do a lot of black people suffer with the victim mindsets? And what is the UK? You see, I write wrong so you people can read right. I'm a genius. I do that on purpose. See that? What is the UK known for? It's meant to be most known for. But I'm so smart. I write it wrong so you have to get it right. Don't let that go over your head. Sometimes you say something wrong to someone to see if they get it right. Because a lot of you people are yes men. I'll be saying something wrong and you lot will be like, yeah, for real. What do you mean for real, bro? I said it wrong on purpose so that you can correct me, but you didn't. You know why you didn't correct me? Because you're a yes man. And I have to be careful of yes men. I like men that have their own opinions, men that think for themselves. Man that will have an objective opinion to me, even if I think he's wrong. It just shows me that he has a brain of his own. Because a lot of men ain't got their own brain. They're followers. They follow what another man does. A man can't lead me down a dark alleyway and I'm going to follow him. I'll follow my own path. Whether it takes me in the wrong direction, at least I can say I done it. You know what I'm saying? So is the UK more racist than it ever been? Is the UK becoming more racist? Now, I say this because every day I turn on my news, they're always at these migrants hotels and that, yeah? And what kills me, yeah, is that let's start with what the UK is known. The UK colonized half of the world. So Jamaica, where I'm from, we were colonized by the UK. They taught us their language. They done bare mad stuff to us. Yeah, even had the Queen on the money for a long period of time. Now they said they're gonna bring us over for Windrush. They brought us over for Windrush and then said they're kicking out the people for Windrush. These are the subtle things they do. They brought us over here to build the country back up. This is what the Windrush was. We come over here and become workers for them. Now, even in that, it sounds like a little bit like slavery. I know it does, doesn't it? Like bring people over to work for us and then kick them out when we're finished with them. Like they're just, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we done that. Our parents done that. And now they're saying that migrants, even though they've gone to these people's countries and violated them, foreign policies are the reason why people can come to the UK. If the UK wasn't messing around with Somalia, the UK wasn't messing around with Libya, if the UK wasn't messing around with all these countries, there's one country I can't say because if you say it, you're gone straight away. They do you. We all know that country. Just remember, the people that have the most power in the world are the people that you can't criticize. The people that have the most power in the world are the people that you can't criticize. So think about an ethnic or a group of people that you're not allowed to talk about. Yeah, they have the most power. Because if you can't criticize them, that means there's no freedom of speech. The same thing they champion, freedom of speech. You can speak about Muslims, you can speak about Christians, I can argue all day with Christians right now. But the moment one of us say them people, you're out of there, bro. You're out of there. This is how deep it is. Your page is taken, everything's gone. So I'm asking now, yeah, is the UK becoming more racist? That's my question to the people. Is the UK become more racist? Or has it always been like this? We just never noticed it. The UK is becoming more racist. Yes. Okay. Windrush never ended. I don't know what you're talking about. Some are evil, but in a subtle way. What do you mean by subtle way? What do you mean? Yeah, my manager talked today chatting to me about EDL. I'm black. Whoa. Nah, you must be trolling. There's no way your manager was talking about EDL. There is no way. Nah, he's not trolling. Maybe it's real. Man said mum's crazy. His mum's due to drop down dead. If he's lying. Yeah, that's crazy work. Pro-black all the way and I'm for black love. Fluffy says pro-black all the way Us black get it bad. Asian gang up on us. Whoa. Right. Hold up. Wait. UK is known for their beast for women. I don't even know. Black men and women are not united. The world is against us because divided we fall. Workplace is the worst for racism because of other things and using problems in the country as an excuse. Okay. They bring in immigrants to work, lower paid jobs, and be support. The YTs remain the managers. Okay. Asians don't gang up on no one. Racism has always been here. It's just more from an economic standpoint instead of social. Okay. England has become more racist because they differentiate between third worlders and Islam. What? What? I'm so confused, bro. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. Yeah, pull up. Yo. Yeah, he's going mad. My work is becoming more racist. Whoa. How? How? K-Man, talk to me. How is it getting more racist? We are in the times of, yeah, you're getting mad. You're trying to get me banned. Bro, you can't
Man's
even
talking
talk
about
like.
holy war.
Yeah, you're trying to get me banana still. That's banana talk. That's banana talk. So what do you Asians don't gang up on no one.
Yeah, they don't like Asians. Like no, like if you're talking about Asians in London, like and a bit outside of ends, they know levels. Like Asians aren't like maybe in their own personal groups they say stuff, but with other black people they've always been like respectful. Maybe online, like people are seeing a bit of like, but in person, Asian people have always been like respectful towards like from what I've seen and what I've experienced, like yeah, Asians like have never been like
I've never
that thing.
I've never I've never outwardly got attacked by an Asian racistly, but I've got something called discrimination and prejudice. One thing they have done, and I
Hmm.
have you lot have to be very selective with the language that you use because being prejudiced and discriminating is different to racism. I understand that. I don't think they think they're better, but I think that they have these prejudice and discriminate. They have discriminative thoughts about us, so they'll think, "Oh, your mum and dad ain't married" or something like. They'll think mad stuff like that. Like you know what I'm saying? They'll say
Oh yeah.
crazy stuff
Hmm.
like that. Oh yeah, you lot, your parents don't stay together. Like they think things like that on,
Hmm.
or or the women, for argument's sake, would think all black men are packing, which that's not true anyway. That's not a myth. Not all
Hmm.
black men are packing. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
They even that in itself is a very prejudiced way to look at a man. You're looking at him for in a sexual standpoint that he's got something that is big and all this. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of rude. You see, as black men, we looked at it in a sexual way, but it's not actually. It's actually prejudiced if you deep it. Because why
Yeah,
are
it
you
is
looking at me
prejudice.
only in that stand light? Why am I not looked at as like a great person, a smart person, intelligent person? You're looking at me, oh, you must have big because he's black. Like, like it's not. People have to understand the difference between being fetishized and being a girl liking you, a girl having an interest and being fetishized. Because you could be fetishized by many different women. That makes sense.
Obviously, S, you're right. Like, how you talking for like all Asians, but he did say that you shouldn't confuse like prejudice for like racism, and plus I hear what he's saying. Like I haven't openly experienced it, but I've felt it from like at Asian shops buying my hair products, or like just being in the off-license boss man's like looking at me, following his cameras on the TVs. So yeah, like they do those things, but it's not an openly like outwards thing. Like where they like verbally or physically like show it. The same as like white people.
I went to what is it? EE in is it Brent Cross? Brother, every single person there was Asian, bro. Every single person was
One of
Asian.
them ones.
But obviously, you see me, I don't feel away. I'll come in there and be the manager and run
Hmm.
everything. That's me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But a lot of people might feel intimidated to go into a place and see one ethnic and no other ethnics. Me, I don't really care. I'm just going to get my job done and keep it stepping. But what I have noticed there is that in the UK, that ethnic minorities don't stick together.
For real.
Ethnic minorities don't stick together. So you have the Asians
Cuz.
and the blacks, but you see, to a racist NF, yeah, we're all one. We're all, yeah. You're not from here.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to your country.
For real, innit?
They're all against us because we're the minority. Do you get it? So they're
For
not even
real.
looking at like, oh, if you're
We're not
Asian.
even the minority, bro. There's better of us in all of the massive cities, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but
Obviously, we're the minority and they are, but like in the
now
big cities
bro,
and
in
that.
this country, when you really go outside of London, bro, we're the minority.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm in Southampton now. I just moved from London,
Is there better
like
black people there?
not. There's some. Don't get me twisted. There's some, but you only see them at like Afro Caribbean events or
Yeah, they're
like
not probably not from the
bopping
ends.
through the city, bopping through the city. But now they are from the ends, but you wouldn't see them in congregations like that. Like just a couple through walking through. Like I'll be real. My workplace like just full of white like people. Not that I'm against that, but they've made it
No,
like
it's not
some
wrong, bro. There's
outlandish.
nothing wrong with working with people for the greater benefit. But
Yeah,
I'm
you know what I
saying,
mean.
what I'm trying to say though is that the UK, its tolerance level looks like it's getting less. That's why,
Yeah, I agree.
you see one thing about us, yeah, is that we overlook things when they're happening. So you see, when you see people going to the migrants, I want you to look at migrants as yourself. You are a migrant. All of us are children of migrants. Usually, a lot of us anyway.
Hmm.
So our parents migrated to the UK and started a life for us. So we're second generation, yeah. So
Hmm.
technically, we'll say we're British. Me and you and all. We're British, yeah.
Yeah, even
So
though they're
when we see the new migrants get going through it, we have to think,
mm,
raw, this was us. This is what our parents once. That's what they went through.
hmm,
That's how you have to look at it when you see them going through it now. And because we're
hmm,
staying silent about the oppression that we're seeing, we're as
hmm,
bad as the people that are doing it.
hmm.
If you see an evil and you don't speak out against it, you're as bad as the person that's doing it.
Mm.
I
Facts.
hear you still, but like it's a systematic thing here in the
Where's the
UK.
echo?
Like it's not just like a thing where it's like the everyday, like mind my language, but fuck the everyday people. Racism is in the workplace, the police system, the like from up going, like you know what I mean. So it's like even with jobs, like do you know how long it took me to get a job here in Southampton with bare interviews, even though my CV's pattern, degree, A level, everything, like job
But do you think, all right,
experience.
so this brings me on to my second question. Do you think a lot of black people suffer with the victim mindset?
Nah, but that's the thing. I heard that victim mentality shit, but it's only because they've actually been treated like victims. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even when you get like that look or like that thing where the security guard follows you in the shop, of course it's not that deep, but you kind of feel like victimized because it's like,
Would you say that's racism or would you say that's more of discrimination? Because look, let's be honest, there is a lot of black people that are doing bad stuff, just like there's a lot of every race that's doing bad stuff. Does it make sense?
yeah, but think about even like how crime is portrayed on the news. Like, if it's a white man, his race isn't mentioned, but if it's like any other person, you know what I mean? They focus on like the race of the person. Even though if you get what I'm trying to say, is like even the crimes today, there's more the rape gang situation. There's more white British men that have been convicted for like child grooming, but you're only seeing the talk about the like Pakistani lot when they're like on the Asian lot when they're like only 15%. Look up the actual records, like even in Southampton
I hear
last
you, but
month.
I'm saying to you, do you think that we embody that? So, like, say something happens that is like doesn't go our way, we say, "Oh, yeah, it's because I'm black." Billy
Of course
Williams
not.
made a tune talking about killing people, said that he does this, he does that, shot man, done that, and then he gets convicted of conspiracy to murder, and he says, "You're racist."
Of course not.
Like, bro,
In that
that's
case,
not.
of
Is that
course not. Like,
that's a
of
victim
course
mindset,
not.
though, isn't it?
But
Like,
that's not really a victim mindset because man them that are involved, like, and are in the gang beef and all of that, they're not like blaming like racism or blaming it on like anyone else like that. they're in these like situations, there's like no man that has done caught a bird and said it's because of racism or it's because of anything
Man got
like that.
convicted. He said all the jury is white. Like that mattered.
Yeah, yeah, in that case, yeah, that actually matters because
Why?
white people perceive black men to be violent sometimes.
I
Like
don't
it's a
believe so. I don't
stereotype.
believe so.
There's a stereotype that
I disagree.
like
I disagree.
I agree because like
I
I've
believe
been
that they
walking at
don't. They might think that we're very strong. Now, I need you to understand, yeah, a
yeah.
difference between racism and putting us on a pedestal. So, all right, cool. A white guy might see you and be like, "No, that black guy's strong." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Does that mean now that he's racist?
Of course not.
Okay,
Like no, no, of
but
course
is it
not.
a fact what he's saying or a lie?
Now it's a fact because like
Okay.
us as like melanated people, we have like greater like bone density than like other races, so we build like muscle mass. Like that's been scientifically proven. So obviously
So,
that's
so,
not
so if they
really
all right, the same thing, but they say now you black men are always violent to your women. Is that
that's not
racist?
true. That's the
It's
yeah,
definitely not
that's
true,
not
but I'm saying
that's
he
not
said it
true.
now. He said that you're strong, and then he
Yeah,
said that.
that is a racist comment because he's assuming that black people are animalistic in nature. So we will stoop so low as to abuse our women if we get angry or a certain way. That is slightly a form of like racism, like I would say.
Mm. Sonny B, what's your opinion?
What you saying, my brother? Nice to meet you guys.
What's going on?
I just see the title is the UK becoming more racist, and simple and answer to that is yes. But the question is why? How do you feel it's coming more racist,
I feel what's happening is
or do
we've
you
got
think
cameras that are
racism,
filming.
or do you
We've
think
got cam-
racism is back on the rise?
It's always been here.
Nah, that's not true.
It's not. No, it's always been here. Ask your parents.
Now, obviously, but that I hear what you're saying. It's always been here, but not always been here. But that's the thing. When you actually learn the history, like, and you read books by Marinda Kaufman, the Black Tudors, you read books like the Black Victorians, you read books like Black British in History by Okenya Nubia. You learn that Black people have been here for thousands of years, thriving, having
No,
communities,
I'm agree.
like
I agree with
trade
you. I agree with you.
masters,
I agree with
and
you.
there's even in the Black Victorian book, which is the most recent era, like from like not the most recent era, but the most recent historical era. There was even a record of a black man whipping a white man in public, like this is
He
on
definitely got
public
smoked.
records. So there's
He
is these like
definitely got
chavs
smoked. He definitely got
You know
smoked.
what? To be
is
honest with
these
you,
chavs nowadays, is
we,
these uneducated fools nowadays from the 1900s that did the colonization part from the 1870 that had to develop a racist mindset to like justify destroying empires that were greater than theirs in like Africa. This whole racist mindset came recently. That's why it's so fresh
I've
because it's a
got.
recent thing.
I've got a few things, man. Questia, you sound like you do your research and you're quite educated on this subject. I am not. I'm not. The only education I have got is where someone's called me a Paki, or someone's called me a black cunt, or someone's called me whatever racial slur they're calling me. Now, let me get racism in a nutshell. I'm of Asian origin. I've been called every racial slur, including racial slurs that are usually towards the black community. I've been called every racial slur towards, from the P word to the N word to an animal, referring to as an animal, to bare things. But do you know what? I
That's
think it.
crazy.
I think it all also, like, I'm brought up in, like, you can see my name. My name is Sonny Black. The reason why I named myself Sonny Black is because
Yeah.
growing up in a community where we had black, Asian, white, we all grew up together. Some of the Asian community segregated me and said, "Oh, he thinks he's black. He likes black music. He raps. You know, man used to do his thing on the roads or whatever." Long story.
Quick question: where are you from?
Where am I from? Well, I was born here in the UK, but my
Yeah, I
parents,
know. What part?
my parents were born in the Punjab in India.
No, I mean, where are you from in the UK? Like, where you've
I'm
said, like,
I'm from Bedford, in between
Bedford.
Luton and Milton Keynes.
Okay,
So
cool, cool. Sorry for interrupting.
we're a very community based. I mean, you've got the Pakistani community, Indian community. So we've got a place called Queens Park. In Queens Park, you've got the Pakistani community, the Indian community, and the Italian community, and the black community, which is very strong. And then we've got Black Tom, which you can tell by the name Black Tom. That is predominantly the black community. And then we've got different areas. But what I'm saying is, all the areas, they've always had a community built within itself. So the black, the white, the Asians have got on. However, hearing history and being myself born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, I felt the racism firsthand. I heard about my uncles, aunties, my grandma, my grandparents, but I feel like we're going through it again. Now, I've got a few questions on my hand. Firstly, is the UK racist? Yeah, becoming more racist? Yes, it is. Secondly, I think Asians, and it'll be weird, it's a weird question and it might cause some controversy. Do Asians get more racial abuse than the black community? Second
Hopefully, no.
question. Second question. Third question is, do we think there's a rise in racism because of all the what these far whatever their white people say Eastern
All right, so you
European?
see, to do with your second question, yeah, I'm
Go
gonna say
on.
this, and this is gonna sound really controversial, but usually, if you see like in a workplace, yeah, you have like black guys, Asian guys, yeah, and
Yeah.
white guys, yeah, and usually the black guy is getting oppressed by the Asian guys and the white guys. 9 out of 10 times, that's what you see. Like they gang up against man. They always do that. Like if the going gets tough, my Asian don's gonna throw me under the bus 100 million%. I was working at a job once, and the guy was a brother, he was a Muslim brother, yeah. And I asked him, "Oh yeah, can you get me a discount when I left, yeah?" Because they stitched me up. Anyway, cool, whatever. Got they stitched me up. So I asked him, "Oh yeah, brother," like he acted like a good brother to me, and I asked him, "Can you get me a discount?" You know, he got me the stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've used up all my discount." Man lied to me, and then I found out about a week later, the other you in there, the black you, said, "No, he didn't use up his discount. He just didn't want to give it to you." I was like, "What?" He said, "I'll give it to you." The black you said, "I'll give it to you." And I said, "No, but my man was my Asian dog when I was there." This is what
Yeah,
I'm
but you
saying.
know
Like,
what? Asian people are fucking tight. That's why he wanted to keep it for his own. He wanted to keep it for
yeah, but
himself.
he didn't even have it for no one. It makes sense. So it was like,
Yeah. Now
it was more of
I don't
a,
know. I don't know if that justifies it. What I'm trying to say. Whether
yeah, I know. I'm not saying it justifies. I'm just
yeah.
giving you an example of
Yeah, no,
like
you give me example, but
situations.
then I can give you an example, my brother, where I've worked in workplaces and I'm sitting with a black man and I'm thinking he's got my back and my man's a coconut and he's just got their back. He hasn't got. So
You know
I
why
think
though?
it's
Let me tell you why.
Um,
Because no, he's been betrayed so much by Asians that he rather trust the white man.
and I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. The
It's mad,
Asian
isn't it?
community, from what I remember, yeah, back in the day. So remember this, innit? We got brought over here to clean up this country
Facts.
in the day, yeah, when it was dirty, when the war hit. So your ancestors and our ancestors got brought to this country to clean up this country.
Not even
Now,
ancestors,
that's
bro.
not
My
true.
parents, bro.
That's
My
not true
parents.
at all. That's not
okay,
true at all.
you got it, brother. He's
My
telling us it's
parents.
not true.
My parents. It wasn't
Yeah, my
ancestors. My
grandparents. Yeah,
parents.
You're
my
thinking
grandparents.
about the Windrush generation, G.
Say that again, brother.
You're thinking about the Windrush generation. That was the only generation that was brought in to like actually
No,
come
no,
and
no, no.
do
There was a
like
few
those types
generations.
of.
Don't let them lie to you. There was a few generations that brought over it, bro. Don't ever get
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
twisted.
know, but
There
the
was
only
different
ones were
waves.
actual
There was the wave.
labor.
There was the Pakistani wave when they brought the Pakistanis over here to do something. Then there was the
Uh,
black wave. They always used us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm talking about like the black wave because
Yeah, that was a
obviously
Windrush. That was a Windrush.
there was
Like,
black, but I'm
what
talking
year
about
was the Windrush? What year? Like, I don't know the years. I
like
mean,
1950s, like
yeah.
around then.
So
But
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
50,
talking about
60s. Yeah,
from
50s,
from
60s.
my research, we apparently the Asian community come over in the '60s, early '60s. So it's not too far from the Windrush
Yeah,
community.
we was companions. We was friends. Well, we weren't friends. We was getting oppressed by the same people, basically.
There you go.
Hi guys.
Hi,
Hi,
Sarah. How are
hi.
you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you all?
We're doing well, man. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I've just been listening. I just wanted to interject just quickly before you move on. I just wanted to kind of define racism in terms of, for me, if I'm asked, is the UK becoming more racist? I'm thinking along the lines of people. not liking a different race and not wanting to be around a different race. Now, I'm biracial. In my experience and what I've seen growing up, I'm 23. I feel like it's not as racist as it was back in the day or even like 10, 15 years ago. I feel like a lot of races are used to one another. Like a lot of like my sister's friends, they're coming from all over the world. They get together, they share each other's cultures. So in that, for me, I would say no, but I understand what you're saying in
Sarah,
terms of
Sarah, is that you in your display picture?
yes.
Yeah, so you got something called pretty privilege. Pretty privilege don't suffer racism. Everybody likes you. White man, Asian man, black man, everyone like you. You're pretty. You got pretty privilege. So
No, but
you're not suffering from anything because everybody finds you attractive. You're not too dark to be like them angry black girls, and you're not too light that you're not white. So you're just in the middle. You're kind of like what they would say is
No, but
perfection. White guys move to you,
brother,
Asian guys move to you, black guys move to you, everyone
she
moves to you.
said she
no.
said
You got pretty
something
privilege.
major there. She said something major. She said her friends fly over from all different parts of the
Yeah, that's what I
country
was.
and meet up.
Yeah, so
But
I've got like friends
look,
that are
but
black,
Sarah,
obviously, and
we're talking
I'm
about the
from my black
UK.
side, whether they're African or whether they're Caribbean or whatever, from different parts of the world. And I've got friends that are Asian. I've just got friends from different communities, and I hear what you're saying. But just to go back to the question, is it becoming more racist? I would say no in that respect. Just that we all kind of mix more, and like people, there's so many different type of like when I say interracial, I don't mean just white black, but I mean like intercultural. I don't know what the phrase is, but kind of like mixed relationships from people from different. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
It's interracial relationships.
is it still interracial even if it's like
Where are you
same
from?
sort of color?
Obviously,
Yeah.
bro is right. What bro
Yeah.
said, like what Red Talk said, is right. But what she's saying, that's her experience. I think is also right. Like we should accept like her experience as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
like,
All right, so all right,
It
but my
depends.
question, my
but like
question to
someone in the
Sarah, one
comments
sec,
said,
can I
like,
ask a question?
sorry, bro.
Sarah, I'm asking you a question, yeah? So why is it that we got all these white people doing race riots and stuff like this now? Why is it
For
become
real,
more
isn't it?
prevalent?
Like,
Yeah,
Well,
see that's a really good point. And my response to that would be that I don't think they actually dislike people of a different race. I think they're just upset because of their own circumstances and they're just using them as a scapegoat. Like it's just politics. I don't
yeah,
think
and
it's
why
like
would
a genuine hate for that race because they mix with them same way. Do you know what I mean? They'll still like go eat the food, go be. They're not afraid. It's not even xenophobic at this point. Do you know what I mean? They're upset because they're not happy with their own lives. That's my perspective on it.
but then why are
Unknown, you
they
ain't said the
directing
word.
their hate
Unknown,
at
unknown,
like
rise up, man. We need to hear you still.
why are they directing their hate at minorities then?
Okay.
What's going
I
on?
guess
You
it's
ain't
Like,
easier
listening.
for them.
I just don't interrupt people, man. I just let people speak, man. Let
Okay.
the things get off their chest. Um, when you say like, obviously, I'm just gonna answer your questions basically. Are you pro-black and believe in black love? I'm not black, so I don't fit that criteria.
What color are
Um,
Then
you?
you shouldn't be
me,
in the live then.
I'm
I mean
half.
like the
Well, one sec.
the
Let
top
me see.
chat.
Let me see. Let me speak. Let me speak. Give the guy a chance. Go on. Go on,
So I'm
unknown.
half Algerian and half Venezuelan. Do you know where?
Yeah.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you,
You
bro?
might don't know what to class him as. You lot don't know what to class him as.
What are you, bro?
I'm Algerian and Venezuelan, bro. I'm
No,
not
no,
African
no,
Bro,
and
no,
bro,
bro.
Latino.
You're either one of the. Are you? What is your
bro,
dad? Is your dad Algerian or Venezuelan?
My dad's okay. So my dad's 3/4 Venezuelan and 1/4
Oh, he done the three
and
quarters.
one
I
quarter
can't
and 1/4.
believe.
No, but do you know why it's
It's
sticky?
mad in the dunya.
Do you know why it's
I
sticky
know.
though?
One sec. I need to tell you where I'm from. So I'm
Okay.
3/4 Cuban.
Yeah.
My grandma is from Spain, and
What?
I got a great granddad that's like 2% in China. So man's Chinese now.
No, my dad's mum is from Venezuela. My dad's dad is half Venezuelan, half Algerian. It's simple,
I
bro.
know you lot can see by the eyes still. Man's Chinese still.
But
Yeah,
one
but
thing I'll
Can I,
say
obviously,
about
can,
your Algerian heritage is I respect it, but Algeria has a native black population that Algerians, the lighter shade Algerians, are heavily racist towards.
I think you're
So
getting us
I've,
mistaken with Moroccans. We're not
it's the
racist.
same.
No, we're
Look
not
it up.
racist to
I'm not gonna
Moroccans.
be. I'm
We
not
Look it
gonna be.
up.
Brother. I'm not
Look it
gonna
up.
lie. I used to live in
Look it
Finsbury
up.
Park with my Algerian brothers, and
yeah.
then from what I saw, they treated me nothing with anything but love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Them
the
man,
ones in
them men are
London,
not.
Pete.
They're not racist. They're just anti. They're just anti
Bro, I've
anything.
seen the ones in
Yeah.
London. I've
I'll
seen the
do.
one in